once again, over to Amsterdam for IBC 2013. Let's have a look around. So tell me, Nick, you've made my day. I've come all the way to Amsterdam to discover my redhead is back, but not only back, and bigger and better and just fantabulous. Tell us about it.
Okay, well obviously we're looking at a light that was designed originally in the early 60s and designed as a tungsten unit, and has been successful for the 40 years since. Now, what we've looked at in terms of usability is a light which is portable, very powerful, in the past has been focusable. And we thought, well, okay, people like that size of unit, they want to take it on location, they want to put 3 of them in a bag. So rather than going down the one-by-one panel route, we decided to redevelop the engine within the side unit itself. So now we have the Vari beam as an LED. It's actually 80 watts, but equivalent in lux level to about a 650, 700, so almost redhead level in terms of its power output. Being LED, it can dim. We do 2 versions. We do an AC version for the studio, and we do a DC as a location, but obviously the DC version can be shipped with an AC adapter, so that's fine. The beauty of it is that all the accessories for all of the redheads that have been sold in the field over the last 40 years are backwards compatible. You know, we can now fit the old barn doors, we can fit the accessory holders, the soft boxes, everything else, even the old gel frames will fit within the accessory holder. So we're now looking at something that may not be such a large cost to replace, but it's already in a format that you're used to using. So we think it's an absolute winner.
Tell me, Rob, you've got some new cameras on show this year?
Yes, we've got a number of new cameras showing up this year's IBC. The first of which is the AC8, which is behind me at the moment. This is a cost-effective AVC cam camera, shoulder mount camera. Along with that, we've introduced the PX5000, the P2 AVC Ultra, the first AVC Ultra camera to be delivered, and that will be on the market at the end of October.
Now, what kind of quality? We've all been listening about quality. Now, my only worry is, once again, it's a 1/3 inch chip. Does that carry the quality across okay?
Well, the 1/3 inch chip for the AC8, there's been a lot of developments in sensor technology. Because of the MOS devices and the sensitivities and the characteristics of MOS devices, they actually give you superb color results, superb sensitivity, signal to noise is great on there, so you can get really good quality results from a 1/3 inch chip.
Now, what about this new P2 camera? That handheld just looks brilliant. I mean, is it as good as it looks?
Well, thank you for mentioning that. The PX270, it's just been announced that this IBC will be delivered in the spring of next year, and that is a cracking little camera. It punches a big lot of power in a small body, lightweight. It's our first AVC Ultra camera, handheld camera, to be hit in the market. It's also got a great deal of connectivity to the cloud-based workflow.
Will it take a P2 card and a micro P2 card?
Well, with that one, it can take P2 cards. It's got a single P2 card slot, but it also will take 2 micro P2 cards. These are the new small SD form factor P2 cards, but they've taken the electronics in the P2, and the Japanese have done what they're brilliant at. They shrunk it down to the same size as an SD card, so you get the same reliability as a P2, but you get the speed and the form factor of an SD card, and the ability to work with it.
And the other camera that we can't miss is the PX5000. Now, once again, has this got the new Ultra?
Yes, the PX5000 is generating a great deal of interest because it will be the first AVC Ultra camera that supports not only the AVC Intra 50, AVC Intra 100, that's been around for a bit of time now, but it's also got the new AVC Long G 25 and 50, as well as a really extremely low data rates of the Long G6 and Long G12 megabit content.
Now, with that having a 2/3 inch sensor, will that not just give the best pictures ever?
Oh, picture quality of this one is stunning. absolutely great. It's got the standard 2/3 inch MOS devices, and the MOS technology within Panasonic we've been developing, so you get superb signal to noise ratio on that one. You get superb sensitivity with that, with beautiful crisp colors and pictures.
So tell me, Charles, what's new at the show this year at IBC?
We've got a few things that are new. First of all, we've got an action rig designed for the Blackmagic Pocket cinema camera, which has got extendable grips, ball and socket adjustments. You can also flip the grip to add a monitor, and this can also extend up and down. We've also added to this our new follow focus with 2 stops, which I'll show you in a bit more detail, but there's also 2 follow focus units, the MFC2 and the MFC9.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was speaking to earlier on. I mean, it's all very well the DSLR, which is a very good market, but you're also now accommodating the broadcast lenses as well with these follow focus units.
Yes, we always have done. The products themselves can be adjusted, the wheels can be exchanged, so you can change the gearing mechanism, you can bring them forward and backwards. Of course, for the DSLR, the ideal part of that is that you can also use these units for Canon and Nikon. You can reverse the focus. So all those users out there that have used Canon go one way, Nikon go the other. It doesn't matter with our follow focus unit. This is the MFC2 from Cambo. It's a beautiful follow focus unit. It's designed for a single rail. Cambo make rails which have got profiles on, so it's ideal for gripping any product onto these rails. So we can make a single rail, which means that we can also adjust this into different positions. So not just up and down the rail, but also towards the lens. So if you've got a very, very small lens, we've got one client who's got a range of very, very small Zuko lenses with DSLRs. We can get this grip right into the lens, and there's no issue with focusing. The other beauty and feature about the product, you can reverse the focus. So if you're using a Canon, you can go one way, using a Nikon, go the other way. You'll also notice there are 2 stop controls here. I'll move them over a little bit closer. You've got stop controls up and down, but you can also go beyond the focus point if you wish to. So it's very, very nice, very smooth. It's a direct drive mechanism. The wheels here can be changed, so if you've got very large lenses, some prime lenses, you can change the gear mechanism, but also put this on the front or on the back. And of course it will fit to any of our Cambo rail systems. There's a number of accessories available for the unit, such as a whip and a star wheel.
When I came here yesterday, the first thing that struck me was, what is that Rycote all about?
Right, as you can see, what we've done this year, we've had some requests from our customers, particularly over in the States, whether we could do some windjammers for our windshield kits in different designs and colours and stuff like that. And the one in particular that came out was a request for a skunk animal windjammer. So what we did was we did an initial design for the guy over in the States, and he really, really loved it. And he was using it as a present to kind of like give to his son. The son absolutely loved it, and from there what we've done is we've come up with some other interesting designs as well. So we've got this really, really good zebra design. We also have a Dalmatian one, so we've got a white one with lots of black spots everywhere, and that's particularly funky. And we've also got a Siberian tiger one as well, which we've done kind of like tilting a little bit towards the Winter Olympics in Sochi. So there's the Siberian tiger, the zebra, the Dalmatian, and the skunk one as well. And it's sorry.
As a user, and the very beast I'm using just now is a Softy. Absolutely fantastic kit. Are we hoping to bring these into that range as well?
Yeah, I mean, what we'd be very keen to do is get some comments from your viewers as to what other kind of like colours and designs and stuff like that, so that we can have a look at that and hopefully bring in the most popular lines. So if anyone's got any interesting comments on designs or colours and what have you, if you could email them into marketing@rycote.com, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And the most interesting, bizarre and popular sort of designs we'd be looking at bringing in, particularly for products like the Softy range and what have you, just to make things a little bit funky and to spice things up, and make it very interesting and fun. Yeah, what we've got here is the Softy MHR mic holder replacement. What it does is it's a product designed to replace the mic clamp on the camcorder itself. The mic clamp is quite fragile. A lot of people have had a lot of issues with them, so we've come up with this new product to improve and provide a better solution. You have a block here, which is like lots of holes in it, like a lump of Swiss cheese. That just screws on in place of the mic clamp there itself. What it does is it brings the mic back and up with this system here, so you're not going to get the Softy creeping into the top right hand side of the shot. It's got a universal mic clamp on the top there, so it fits most mics, and it uses the lyre suspension system there. It's fantastically rugged. You can do what you like with it and it just pings back into shape, so fantastically rugged. We've got 2 screw threads on there, one here, and what that enables you to do is leave your mic connected, fold it down like that, put your camcorder back in the bag, so nice, easy, quick, hassle-free operation. We've also got the other screw up front here, and that enables you to move it side to side like that as well. So it's a fantastic piece of kit, very rugged. Also in the kit you get a big bag of screws there, so that will universally fit onto your Sonys, Panasonics, Canons, JVC, etc, etc, etc. So Softy MHR, essential bit of kit.
So tell me, Sarah, what's new in the stand today?
Well, Alphatron has a new product. It's the Alphatron matte boxes. This is the Alphatron matte box for the Panavision filters. It has a donut, so you can adjust it to the lens, so you don't get any light inside into the lens. It comes standard with the top flag, and as an addition, we sell sets that have the side flag, so you can just really really get a complete matte box for your camera. We have several sets. We have the 4x4 filters. We have them with as a clip-on onto your lens. They come with adjustable ring. So we also have the 4x5.65 Panavision filter as a swing away. So you can just easily adjust your lens and just change your lens without too much inconvenience. So that is the new product line of Alphatron, has the matte boxes.
BMW 300 is actually not a new camera. We announced it in June, and it's basically the replacement for the popular BMW EX3. So it's the same semi-shoulder format, interchangeable lens, 14 times zoom, but it's now upgraded with 422 50 megabits, the broadcast format.
Now, the other thing I presume it's okay with is the XQD cards?
Well, you can use XQD cards in any X product with an adapter, so yes, of course.
And the other thing is the wonderful viewfinder. It looks as if
Yeah.
it's been megally upgraded.
Yeah, I mean, we've taken the time to speak to our customers, obviously, and get all the great feedback from you guys and, tweak things so that they can be as good as possible, really.
And what about your 4K? I mean, that actually looks a lot nicer than it does. I just thought it's one of these run-of-the-mill Sony cameras when I saw it, but when you see it in real life, it's bigger,
Yeah.
and it's chunkier, and it actually looks a business.
Yeah, but when you say 4K cameras, are we talking about, because we've just got a whole range now of 4K cameras?
Oh, absolutely, of
Yeah.
course, yes. No, we're talking about, is it the Z100, is it?
Yeah, so we've got the entry-level FDR AX1, which is the prosumer camera we launched at IFA. At the same time, we announced the professional version of it, which is, as you say, the PXW Z100. So yeah, that's at the show being previewed here. It's going to be available in November.
Now, I can see a big market for that because a lot of cameramen really don't want to be pulling lenses off. And like you can do with the F5, it does a wonderful picture, but it's not everybody's cup of tea, because if you get dust in that sensor, you have major problems, and from there on in your pictures are ruined. So there is a market for this camera.
It's offering different tools for different jobs, for different applications. Obviously it's more run and gun style, so it's for people who don't necessarily want that cinematic look, but they want 4K, they want a more run and gun style of capture.
The last question I'll say to you is, somebody told me that the HD out of this camera is phenomenal. In fact, it's probably, because it's 10-bit, the best HD picture you'll get out of any camera of that level. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, of course, it's got HD SDI, and that's the big differential between this camera and the AX1, the consumer camera. Consumers don't really use HD SDI, but yeah, the clean feed looks fantastic. It's also offering, don't forget, HDMI 2 as well. So that's a 4K output, which you can just connect into your 4K Bravia and enjoy those pictures at home already.
And the 4K Bravia is already available?
Yeah, I think we've now got 5 models. I'd recommend you go to your local department store and see them. I mean, they do look fantastic.
Yes,
really
I've seen a few 4K tellies going round, and the picture is stunning.
And I think the IBC team has really been a about 4K for all, and we've demonstrated now. We started with the 4K journey with the cinema projectors and with the high-end F65, and now effectively we've got a whole range of 4K tools from consumer all the way up to your Hollywood movie. We have got a tool for you.
Last but not least, here are some of the stands and products that I didn't have time to do interviews with. This is the LEDGO stand, and I've done some work for these guys recently, and they're really, really nice people. Next up is Future Zone. Now, excuse the fact that we've got this flickering, but this is basically what the future is as far as television is concerned, or as far as they think television's future is. Not impressed with the black lines through the picture, mind you. And portable 8K camera. Here we have a D800 on a Manfrotto head, and I presume what they're trying to say is this is a DSLR in video mode. I mean, it's fine for what it is, but it's not my cup of tea. The best shooting gallery on show was definitely the Sony shooting gallery, very spectacular. This was the Ari stand, and this was a DP that I can't quite remember what he produced, but as you can see, these are mean machines. Of course, you can't mention Nikon without Canon. Canon had a very impressive stand as well, and as you can see, Digi Super Zoom 100, absolutely fantastic lenses. And last but not least, here's that 4K tablet that Panasonic are hoping to bring out. The pictures of this thing are absolutely incredible, and if they're going to use it for architecture or whatever, it's going to be a massive hit, once again dependent on price.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Philip, what today? Day 3?
Today was a Blackmagic afternoon. I had a look at their stand.
That old Blackmagic.
And it is probably the most impressive stand of the whole show. Miller had a great stand, and as usual a busy stand. Basically from the Skyline 70, the Compass 25 all the way down to the 12, these guys have a great lineup as far as tripods are concerned. So that's IBC 2013. What did I like? Well, obviously the Blackmagic stand. Not for the fact of the cameras, although they're good, but for the fact they're showing everything that they do under the one roof. This company know how to market, they're absolutely fantastic. What about the new 4K Sony camera, the Z100? Well, basically it's a great camera. The pictures out are absolutely brilliant. They do admit it's not going to be the best camera in low light, but then we never thought it would be. What about the new 270 from Panasonic? Okay, it looks brilliant. It's got the new Intra codec, so it's going to produce fantastic pictures. It's got an EP2 card, which basically will sell the camera. Why is it going to sell the camera? Because basically people can afford the media. Panasonic are forward thinking now, and that's the way it should be.